Hello, my name is Ryan Dawson. I am a new teacher here at Youngbook Foreign Language High School, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to introduce myself. So first things first, where am I from? So I am from the United States, and specifically I am from the state of Florida. It's very warm where I came from, so it was very interesting to move here at the end of February and to be here when it is much colder than what it is back home. So in Florida, the next question I'm sure you might have is, which city? So I am from the city of Tampa, which is along the coast. So I'm used to having a lot of beaches. I'm used to being able to see a lot of the water. And something that's special about where I'm from is we actually have a pirate ship that docks downtown. And there is a festival every March where there is a giant parade that goes through downtown. Everyone dresses up like pirates. They throw beads. It's very, very fun. So I am from Tampa. Because this is a school, I'm sure you have questions about my education as well. So I went to a high school called Sebastian River High School. I went there for 4 years because that's what we do in the United States. After that, I went to Florida State University and I got my first degree, which was in International Affairs and Political Science. And then another year later, I got my second degree in History. And then I had a minor in English as well. And then afterward, I went to the University of Central Florida, where I got my master's in teaching English to speakers of other languages. So as you can see here, I really like to put on my backpack and go to class. And sometimes my cat goes with me. So how long have I been a teacher? Well, I've been a teacher for 8 years. So beginning in 2012, I started to work as a substitute teacher first. Then I was hired as a middle school social studies teacher, and I taught social studies for 4 years. So that included teaching world cultures, government, and American history. And I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed my time at the middle school. But after that, I taught for 1 year at a high school, also teaching social studies. So I taught more advanced American history, or basically the more recent history. And then afterward, I worked at the university while I was working on my master's, and I started teaching other future teachers. So they were undergrad students. So a little bit more about me. My favorite hobby, the thing I like to do outside of work, is cycling. So I really like to ride my bike. Right now, it's very difficult because we're not really supposed to go outside or meet with people, but I really do like riding with people. I also like racing. So as you can see, I have my 2 friends here. That was when we went to New York and raced this past September. And as you can see, maybe in the back, I'm not sure if you can make it out, but sometimes I win, not very often, but I still have a lot of fun. But yeah, I really like to cycle. Some of my other hobbies, I really enjoy reading. It's something that I can do that kind of helps me relax. I get to have some quiet time and just kind of sit. A lot of the things I like to read are historical in nature, so I read a lot about older military history or other historical battles. I also like to read a lot of fantasy, so a lot of fiction, and then of course I also read for work. I also like to play video games. I know a lot of you are probably into League of Legends. I'm not that cool yet, so I still play StarCraft 2. I really like to drink coffee, and then I also like to take pictures of it, but mainly just drink the coffee. In addition to cycling, I like running, and then I also like to cook. So sometimes I like to make either pork or beef roast. You put them in the oven and cook them. And then sometimes I also bake. So I made some croissants. So there is a lot of things that I like to do outside work. And I'd love to hear what sorts of things that you like to do as well. So where else have I worked? So I told you I worked at some middle schools and a high school. I was also the soccer coach at the middle school for 4 years. So I enjoy working with students both in the classroom, helping them to finish their assignments. I'm also often involved in a lot of other extracurricular activities, so whether it was coaching soccer, I started a run club for a while for students who wanted to run and do something outside of class. I also was involved with the geography bee, so it's kind of like a spelling bee, but it's about countries. And then I was also involved with the Model United Nations at the high school for 1 year. So, but outside of teaching, I also used to work at a bike shop. And so sometimes I would work as a mechanic, and so I would have to fix bikes, change flat tires, that sort of thing. And I also worked as the bike fitter. So I would make sure that people were set properly on their bicycles. So if that means setting up the handlebars, if that means moving the seat forward or backward, if it means, in this case, setting up their shoes so that they can be more comfortable and not hurt themselves, all of those things were involved. So in addition to being a teacher, I also did that. Some just interesting things about me. We have the 4 seasons here, so we have summer, we have fall, we have winter, and we have spring. And so which of these is my favorite season? You would think probably summer, because I like to ride my bike, but actually, it's the fall. And the main reason why I like fall, I love to see the leaves change color. Because I grew up in Florida, the leaves don't change very much. So I really enjoy going to other places to see those leaves change. But also for me, my hobby is cycling, and that's when most of my races are, because I like to race cyclocross, and that doesn't begin until fall, and then it goes into winter. So for me, fall means not only travel to see leaves and see other beautiful landscapes, but also that I'm going to be traveling with my friends and kind of seeing different things and going to different places. So what other countries have I been to besides the United States and now Korea? So previously, I've traveled to Canada several times. I have family there, so we would always go in the summertime for family reunions. We would meet with my family, but it was interesting that in all the time that I've gone to Canada, which can be very, very cold, I've never seen snow, and that was the first time I saw snow was actually when I came here. When I got off the plane at the airport in Incheon, there was snow on the ground, so it was very interesting to see snow for the first time. But I've been to Canada, and I've also been to the Bahamas. We went by boat because it is an island. But it's very fun to go there because the water is very, very clear. It's very blue. And it's also interesting because it's not just one island. There are many islands that make up the Bahamas as a country. But yeah, I've been there several times. We've gone sailing. I don't know if you guys can see the boats there, but we've been sailing. We went fishing, we've gone diving, and most recently, the last time I went, we actually went for a bike race. We did a tour of Bahamas, so it was very fun. But those are the only 2 places I've been. Now that I'm here in Korea, I hope to spend a few of my vacation days traveling around the country and seeing some things. But afterward, we'll see what other countries I can visit. So if you have any questions, again, my name is Ryan. So please feel free to either send me an email, or when you finally come to class, and I hope that that's soon, feel free to come up to me, ask me anything you want to know, tell me if there's something you're more interested in, or if there's something that we have a shared interest in, because I'd love to talk to you about it. It was very nice to meet you guys, at least through this video, and I can't wait to see you guys when we finally come to school. Thanks.